I'm making a love jar, but it's only to like attract love, not even like romantic love, but just to attract love in general. But I put um I looked up what to put in it because I'd never do that, and I never like attract a person because I feel like that's black magic, to be honest. And I'll say who would I even attract. So basically, there's what's in here. There's honey, bay leaves, paprika. The honey, I'm not sure what the honey's for. The bay leaves is for the glory of love, they said, and then the paprika is for like good sex. I'm gonna put lavender oil in it. I wanted to put basil in it too, just because I love basil and apparently it's really good. But it's fine. It smells so nice. Okay, and then I'm going to have these. And I'm gonna put thorns in for boundaries because apparently that's for boundaries. I'm gonna take it off my wall. And I have this. I'm not gonna put the whole thing in. That's so pretty. And then I'm gonna seal it with candle wax, and also I'm gonna do a little intention thing on it. Maybe I should write something in it. These are my drawings. I did that last night. Oh, I did that last night. And then I did that last night. And then for my drawings. And health and protection. Okay, fun. That's it. The way she looks in the mirror makes me cry. 'Cause all she knows is see me till she dies. And the walls are growing faces, but she looks in other places she can hide. She doesn't see my eyes. He's licking. So cute. Ellie, can you get me a chocolate croissant?
Sorry?
Can you get me a chocolate croissant?
I don't have a mask. But yeah, I'll run in, yeah.
Thank you.
There is going to be, okay, I have a few things to say. There is the eight of cups talks about a surrender, surrendering your anxieties and letting yourself flow with emotions, letting yourself surrendering to the chaos and unpredictability of love and the first stages of passion. I also see this being a very sexual relationship. That's just the impression that I get from the eight of cups. It talks about oblivion.
So basically it's Friday the 25th of February, and I don't know why I said that, but I feel really anxious at the moment and I don't know why. I feel really ugly as well. I feel like the ugliest ever. Like, I think that the universe is being like, let's make her ugly, just like see where she goes. But anyway, I'm gonna read this poem for everyone. I'm gonna read this poem that I really like. It's called Please Call Me By My Names, or Please Call Me By My True Names. It's by I think a Buddhist monk, and I love you so much. Oh my god. Anyway, okay. Don't say that I will depart tomorrow. Even today I am still arriving. Look deeply. Every second I am arriving. To be a bud on a spring branch. To be a tiny bird with still, fragile wings. Learning to sing in my new nest. To be a caterpillar in the heart of a flower. To be a jewel hiding itself in a stone. I still arrive. In order to laugh and to cry and to fear and to hope. The rhythm of my heart is the birth and death of all that is alive. I am the mayfly metamorphosing on the surface of the river, and I am the bird that swoops down to swallow the mayfly. I am the frog swimming happily in the clear water of a pond, and I am the grass snake that silently feeds itself on a frog. I am the child in Uganda, all skin and bones, my legs as thin as bamboo sticks, and I am the arms merchant selling deadly weapons to Uganda. I'm the 12-year-old girl refugee on a small boat who throws herself into the ocean after being raped by a sea pirate, and I am the pirate, my heart not yet capable of seeing and loving. I am a member of the Politburo with plenty of power in my hands, and I am the man who has to pay his debt of blood to my people dying slowly in a forced labour camp. My joy is like spring, so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain is like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. Please call me by my true names, so I can hear all my cries and my laughters at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true names, so I can wake up and so the door of my heart can be left open, the door of compassion. Isn't that a pretty poem? What I'm wondering is why, I don't know if you can even see me right now, but why do people speak in American accents and they don't get bullied for it? Do you know what I mean? Like, why isn't anyone bullying these people? Do you know? Like, I feel like I would be bullied more than them. Like, I'm not even bullied, but like, for some reason I think I am. Like, what? I'm just not bullied. I don't know why I even said that. I'm going to where am I going? I'm going to I'm going to a gig tonight. My friend's band called Tease, and I really don't want to go. Not because I don't love seeing her perform, because she's so good, but and their band's so good. But I just don't want to go because I hate Workman so much. Like, isn't it just so bad? And we just stop pretending. Like, it's so bad. People just go to this. Stop complaining. Like, I literally complain so much. My friend Ocean was supposed to come over and I was so excited. Like, I was so excited. And I was like, because I was like, oh my god, we're gonna drink coffee and like eat oranges and like we're gonna sing together and it's gonna be so fun. And then he was like, I'm still in leash, so we can't hang out. Should I sing a song? I don't really have any songs to sing, to be honest. I can't do one of those things Wait, let me show you your phone. That's it. Oh, da 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 da. What's that song again? Oh, na 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 na. Oh, get me away from here, I'm dying. That's that song. It's actually hard on the first fret too. Oh, get me away from here. Hey, I did it! That's so weird because I literally was like, I can't do one of those, and then I just did it. Hey, watch, watch, watch. Oh, get me away from That's hard. Play me a song to set me free. Oh no, there's another one. Set me free. This is gonna be hard now. That's not good. Fuck off. I'm actually sick of it now. Okay, I'm sick of it. Because it's your fault. I love you. I wish I had a boyfriend sometimes. Okay. Like, I wish I had a boyfriend who'd be like, yes. You know what I mean? And just be like, oh my god, you look so cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, my face looks deformed. Okay, if anyone ever feels bad about themselves because of me, like if anyone, like, I trigger anyone, can I just show you? Look. I look deformed face. Okay. Is that offensive? Deformed face? Okay. Okay, sorry the camera's so fucked and I'm so bad at like camera angles. I've been struggling with recently, which I always struggle with, but I struggle so much with like relationships, like friendships and like not necessarily relationships but interacting with other people. Like it's like because I'm really introverted and I've realized that since I've like gone into myself more, I've realized um sorry, since I've like reflected upon myself, I guess I realized I'm such an introvert, and that me and Ellie were talking about how when she reads a poem or she see like or if there's some sort of art or if she watches a movie, she always wants to share it with someone else. And she'll always be in my room being like, oh, can we read poems together? Or like, she'll be like, can I read you this poem? And I never want to. And it's because I'm an introvert, so like I can only enjoy art by myself the most. I can enjoy it with other people, but I enjoy it the most by myself. So I'm not like, if I find a poem, I'm not like, even though I just shared a poem earlier, but like, but I'm not like dying to share it with people straight away, but Ellie is, because I'm an introvert and Ellie's an extrovert. So she's always wanting to be around people and always want to be sharing things with people. And like even when like you're like really drunk at a party and like you know and everyone starts reading poems, I like hate that so much. Like I'm like I don't want to get deep with people right now. Like I don't want that. I just want like my interactions with people. I only like dancing or like laughing, and that's kind of it. Unless it's like a one-on-one intimate experience, I don't like talking with groups with like deep shit or like having like proper conversations. I only like laughing and stuff because I'm an introvert, if you know what I mean. Um, so like the way I enjoy art is like private for me, if you know what I mean. And I struggle so much with relationships and talking to people as well because I'm really spiritual and I'm so aware of like how we're not acting ourselves most of the times, if you know what I mean. There's not like a balance between consciousness and or form and formless. There's not like a balance between that when people interact with each other because no one is like spiritual. Like no one's priority is being spiritual. Everyone's priority is like, because we have such a distorted sense of what happiness and joy is, which is like we see what happiness is like, you know, and what success is seeming successful rather than actually being successful. So having things rather than being, if you know what I mean. And that's what we're conditioned to be like. But I'm breaking free of that conditioning, and my priority is being free and free from that conditioning, and being true and being like honest and having and being. That's my only priority, is being and balancing the form and the formless and myself and others. And so as well, because I'm aware of that, and I'm aware that most of the interactions that we have are not real because people are like too focused on seeming rather than actually being, then instead of, because I'm spiritual, instead of showing them love and compassion and loving people anyways, I get really frustrated because I'm like, this conversation is just wrong, and all these people are just playing roles, and all these people are too identified with their roles. Just like Ellie was saying, because it's hard to articulate to people that it's hard to articulate it for people to realize it. But for example, like a police officer, the only reason Ellie said this, the only reason a police officer is a police officer is because and they have that power, is because we give them that power, is because we believe that we've just made that up, and we believe it so much to be true. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just like when my role, or my like form identity is like my personality and my feelings, and I shouldn't identify with that because that's what causes suffering, because it's not real and we can't grasp it in our hands. So we can't really defend ourselves properly if we identify with our feelings and identify with form, because it's not real, it's made up. Just like police officers, his power is made up. So you have to tap into your actual being, which is actually who you are, and you are the present moment, you are everything, you are whatever. But you are the consciousness and awareness behind that experience of feeling and personality. You are the consciousness behind that. You are the canvas for that. And so, but instead of, so my role or whatever, the way like my personality is whatever, but I try not to identify with it, because then if someone questions my identity or it's challenged in any way, then I will suffer, or I will suffer because of my emotions, because I give them too much power. And if you know what I mean, the only reason I'm suffering is because I've made it up to be suffering. I'm giving something the power and experience the power to suffering. The giving an experience so much power because I'm identified with my emotions so much that it feels like I'm dying, or it feels like my world is falling apart, or that I don't exist anymore because someone's challenged my identity. Just like if in an argument, it's usually arguments as well, and like why I hate politics, it's like most of it is like the conversations people have about politics and the arguments they get into, it's just them defending themselves rather than defending what they believe in, or kind of sticking with what they believe in, and no one's actually listening to each other and opening their mind because they're so defensive about what they believe in. So therefore there can't be growth and there can't be change, um, because people are so identified with their feelings. And that's why as well cancel culture exists, because people are offended and then they get so identified and attached to their feelings that they can't even see how unproductive cancelling someone from society is, and they don't see beyond that, and they don't see beyond that or give compassion to that person, so the person can't change and therefore society can't change. um, but anyways, I get frustrated by that, so I find it hard to hang out with people because I'm like, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. um, I find it hard to hang out in groups because I feel like people are more grounded and more themselves and more present when they're one on one, because they have less perceptions to deal with, if you know what I mean. Um, and I act different when I'm around a group rather than I'm one on one, because if I'm in a group I go, okay, these now I have to show off who I am and who I think I am, and prove who I think I am, and treat them who I think they are, what they think they are, if you know what I mean. And then it gets too complicated. Instead of just letting go and just letting it be, I get too complicated. But what Ram Dass says is, he says, look into people's eyes and be still and you can recognize the stillness in them if you look in their eyes and you're present while you look at them. And I've been doing that, and I literally fall in love with everyone I meet. And it's like such an amazing feeling because you just have like this magnetic love, and it feels magnetic because that's presence and that's wholeness, because I am looking into that person's eyes, and I love them because I can see the being behind them, but I'm also looking at myself because we're all one. And then it's like this merge, it's like this feeling where everything's merging and everything's just completely one, and I can't describe it, I can only point to it, but everything's one and it's just complete love, and it feels really good. So I've been practicing that. And the thing about it is that it's not about living without form, because we're a spirit, you know what I mean, we're the universe experiencing itself, we're spirits experiencing form, we're the formless experiencing form. So it's finding a balance between both of those things so you can enjoy life and you can enjoy the form of life. So just falling in love, you know, you just can't identify with it too much or attach yourself to it too much, or else you'll suffer. And it's funny if you like see things like that. Things are really funny. um it's funny that what I experience, like, you know what I mean, how stressed out I get about things that aren't real. Do you know what I mean? Or how stressed out people get about things that aren't real. You know what I mean? And then you can start looking at it in a nice, funny way. But yeah, it's like the best feeling in the whole world, to be honest. But anyway. And now every time I look in someone's eyes, like I'll be walking past someone, I just say I love you in my head. And I try to see beyond the form of them, I guess. And I like to watch the clouds in the morning, every morning, and just watch the space between the clouds. And like learn from the trees and learn from the sky and learn from the stillness of nature. But yeah. Thank you. I really need to charge my phone. Okay, bye, love you. Love you, love you, love you.
I loved you in the morning, our kisses deep and warm, your hair upon the pillow like a sleepy golden storm. Yes, many loved before us, I know we are not new in city and in forest. They smile like me and you, but now it's come to distances, and both of us must try. Your eyes are soft with sorrow, hey, that's no way to say goodbye. I'm not looking for another as I wander in my tide. Walk me to the core. Our steps will always ride on you. No, my love goes with you as your love stays with me. It's just the way. It's just the